Hey everyone, it's Tiffany here, and welcome back to Harlots of Spooktalk. Tonight we're diving into something a little different but equally mysterious. We're talking about the rise of AI music where creativity meets code, and sometimes the lines between human and machine blur just a bit too much.
That's right, the world of AI is changing how music is made, heard, and even felt. From viral songs created by artificial voices to full albums written by algorithms. It's a mix of intervention and maybe a little intimidation.
And as creators ourselves, this one hits close to home because what happens when the art we love starts to come with something that doesn't have a heart, a soul, or a story to tell? Can a machine ever really feel the rhythm?
Joining us tonight is our returning guest and good friend Phil, the talented artist who actually wrote our ionic intro song for Harlots of Spooktalk. He's back to help us break down the cause and effects of AI music in the modern world, the good, the bad, and the downright uncanny.
So grab your headphones, get comfy, and maybe question reality just a little.
Because tonight we're turning into the future of sound and asking, is it genius or is it a ghost written by AI?
This is Harlots of Spooktalk.
Where we put the spook in spooky.
And the chat and talk. And the chit and talk. Welcome in.
And
There you go.
So,
Welcome in, Phil.
hi, Karli,
Oh,
Tiff, and Pteloma? What? How do you call yourself, actually?
it's LD Pteloma.
Pteloma. Okay.
Viking for boy,
What does LD stand for?
Ladon.
Ladon. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like when you're out and about, like how do people call you? Like they don't say LD Pteloma, probably.
No, they call me by my government name, which I mean we have talked about it on the show. Actually, it's don't laugh.
You can laugh.
You can laugh.
My birth name is Mary.
Now it will all
Please.
make sense to everybody every time she complains about Mary's.
Yeah. So most of the time I don't know, something with like about true crime and spooky ghost stories. There's always a Mary. Like starting with Bloody Mary is just the tip of the iceberg. But they're full of criminals and ghosts. You know how many Mary ghosts are walking around this earth? There's a lot of them. I would know because Karli always brings them up.
So do I need like to get myself a hot cocoa for this?
You
If you
do.
want to get a hot cocoa, go ahead
Okay.
and I can pause it and then we
No,
can make
no,
this into a split
I was
page.
No, no,
joking because
Yeah.
she was like, "Oh yeah, she's gonna rant on and on about Marys now." So
Yep.
Oh, don't get me started on Mary's in like okay, and also let me just say this once and then I'll be done, okay? This is why I don't do Bloody Mary, Phil, because what's gonna happen to me if I play Bloody Mary? Am I gonna get stuck in the mirror? Like
yes.
what's gonna happen? See? Exactly. I'm just saying.
Well, you guys want to see my studio?
Yes.
I don't know how much this camera can show, but down here is where all my I have like about 70 guitars, but these are just the guitars that I use regularly. At the moment, over there in the corner are 2 bass guitars, and then some acoustic guitars and some electric guitars like Gibson and some Fender builds. And then over there is one of the main acoustic guitars I use. And down here is my keyboard. And if I turn the camera this way, then you can see my audio interfaces.
Yeah.
It's like, and then here are my main monitors. Up there are the monitors I use for when I finish mastering, so that I can listen to the final product. They're like really old hi-fi monitors from like 40 years ago, so they're nice and dry. And then all the way over in the background, there's another wall of guitars, mixing board, and you see, and yeah, my drum set over there, which is a completely silent drums kit. I will turn on the light actually so you can see a little bit better. So there. And we film also. Here is where I film my Rock the Attic show. So and that drum set I made specially for the Rock the Attic show. It's completely silent. It has silent cymbals, and it's built with piezo pickups. And the piezo pickups send a digital signal over here to the computer, about 7 meters of cable. And over there is also, you can't really see it, but there's a monitor there as well. So when I'm sitting over there and recording and filming and playing, I can actually control with my mouse over there the computer. So I can like start the recording, stop the recording, play. And the funnest thing I ever did was for Rock the Attic was I filmed the show, and all the musicians were ghosts. So I had to play the guitar and the drums and everything basically almost completely blind in a green suit. And in the green suit, you can barely see anything. So yeah, my wife said at one point I need to make a video just solely about all the time I yell out fuck because I lost a drumstick, or I missed, like I'm drumming and then I just completely missed the snare, just hit into the thin air or something like that.
I'm like,
yeah, this is my oh yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but I even own a contrabass. You see that over there?
Yeah.
So, and I actually play it. And one of the most weird instruments I have is this old bass lute from the 1800s that I used to, I made a video last year, Valhalla Calling Me, which is, I don't know if you guys know Miracle of Sound.
Yes.
But I did a cover of Miracle of Sound where I sang 4 voices, baritone, bass, baritone, tenor, and sopran. So I did the whole spectrum of the human voice from B1 all the way up to B5, I think, which is like a span of 4 octaves. And I put that on YouTube, and that was one of my first stunt videos where I could like show people the range that I have as a singer. So that was pretty fun. Anyway, that's me. So there.
So can I ask about the green suit? Like, do you enjoy it? Like, is it too tight? Like, I don't know. What's that like?
It's very humiliating to wear because it's, let's put it like this, 20 years ago when I did a lot of sport and weightlifting, I would have looked nice in the green suit, not so much anymore. And yes, you see everything. Like yeah, if you put the green suit on, there's nothing to cache any.
No imagination there, right? None needed.
If it's cold, it's very tiny.
Oh. And you edit all your stuff too, so you're like, oh yeah. My god, that's awesome.
On my Rock the Attic show, you can it's on YouTube and also on the website. Everything there, from filming, all the guitar, all the music, every single last bit of music I wrote, I performed, I played the drums, the guitar, the bass, the keys. I played all the different characters in the green suit, and I of course played the main character Ghosty. So yeah, that was an incredible amount of work. And I will be filming another episode again in the end of November. And this time in English, because filming it in German was kind of a bad idea, because I realized that I have actually much better recognition in like Southeast Asia and other places in Canada and the US. And so filming the first episode in German kind of hurt my viewership a bit. But yeah, we're not going to do that in German anymore.
And I have a weird question. When you do it in German sounds so aggressive even when it's not. So how did you get that into, you know what I mean? Like, how did you make it sound more
Actually, soften,
smoothly
yeah.
than
Like,
aggressive?
I think that's just a connotation for people who don't really speak the language. Like, I don't like Arabic. For if you don't understand, it can also sometimes sound like very harsh, or like Russian
Yes.
as well. And
That's
you
what I
know,
mean. Like, you can have such beautiful words coming out, but if they don't speak the language, it sounds you know what I mean? I'm not,
you're
you know
like,
what I
wait,
mean, right?
are you saying you're gonna choke me, Daddy? Like, what is happening? You know?
Yeah, but they're actually
Sorry.
saying I love you. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying though? Like,
yeah,
I grew up in a very Pennsylvania Dutch community.
okay.
So we had like Pennsylvania Dutch. So when I say aggressive, everybody's
Als
like, what do
sprak
you
je
mean?
Nederlands?
Yeah, it was aggressive. And
Uh,
it was like, oh,
but,
you didn't
I
mean
think
that.
Dutch is a bit softer than
It
German.
is. It's
And
a bit,
interestingly enough, if you understand German and English, you can read Dutch, because Dutch is actually like right down the middle between the two languages.
yes.
So you can't maybe understand everything that's spoken, but as soon as you like open a newspaper, I don't know, like I lived in Belgium for 2 years, and I was also working as an actor in some Dutch show, and I picked up the language so fast when I was there. Mostly just by reading the menus and reading instruction manuals of of appliances and stuff like that. Yeah. So so your family speaks Dutch then, or is that
I do not, but my family does, yes. I never
okay?
picked it up. I was more interested in learning Spanish and French, which
Okay.
it's been years though. I haven't been home in 10 years. But yeah, I grew up around the Amish.
Okay.
So when we were talking about cult like behavior, my great grandmother was shunned
Yeah.
out of the community because she
Okay.
married an Englishman,
Oh,
they
that was
called
the
them.
time. Ooh.
So I know what you mean when people shun you, you lose part of your
Yeah.
family. Actually,
Yeah.
you lose all your family. So,
It's
and you
crazy.
can't even get death records. You
Yeah.
can't go beyond that. Like the church shuts it down.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. It's and how what I always have a hard time understanding is, like, I'm completely not religious, right? But even if I
nope.
were religious, here's the thing: the religious people believe that God created man in His own image. You're not supposed to kill. You're not supposed to cheat. You're not supposed to lie. You're not supposed to dishonor your family. Shunning somebody, like, why? Like, if
Yeah.
God created everyone in their own image, in His own image, right? Then even Jesus said, you can't kill me because I call myself the son of a God. Because even Isaiah, your prophet, said, you are all gods. You are all God's image, right? So if you are God's image, what right does another person have to judge over you, or to say, oh, what you're doing is not according to God, or I'm going to shun you because you believe different to me, or because you have everything, because at the end of the day, you as a human being are exquisitely made in God's image. So the ballpark just stops there. You know what I mean?
But that's
So
it's all that mind game, that mental. That's why they use that kind of stuff. Oh, it kind of
Yeah.
keeps you in a box.
It's like a
You
yeah,
know
nervous
that.
it's
way,
about
right?
oppression. It's about money, and it's about oppression at the end of the day, because people that are scared will do as they're told, and they won't complain, and I swore to myself when I was a kid, I got beaten so much for like everything, like even just saying that, like, oh, I don't okay, our guru, for example's name was Moses David, right? And like every year he'd come out with a new prophecy, some stupid shit like, oh, Jesus is going to come back in 1989, and then he's going to come back in 1993 or whatever. And one time, I think they were reading out some, because he would publish like these new prophecies in his new literature or whatever, and it was mandatory for everyone to read them. And they would read it to us at devotion time, right? Which was during breakfast. And for example, you're sitting, you're eating, they're reading the Bible or these prophecies up in front in this big auditorium room with like maybe 200 people with tables and everything. And let's say the kid next to you like tickles you or says something really funny, right? And you go, you know, it has nothing to do with anything the person up there is saying. And then the whole room will just go silent, and then it'll be like, oh, so you think the word of the Lord is funny. Then they'll come over, they'll grab you by your hair, by your ear, yank you to the front, pull your pants down, and whip you in front of the, I kid you not.
And
So point
Okay.
being is, when I ran away, I swore to myself I would never be scared of saying anything that to anybody if I think that is right, and that has cost me on occasion some violence and some death threats and situations that gotten very ugly. But I think that we as human beings we need to stop being afraid of these manipulators,
and
whether they be politicians or religious leaders or company bosses or whatever. We have the right as individuals that are sent here from the universe, from the divine, to be able to forge our own path and life in peace and have that freedom of expression and have that freedom of choice and of in German we say Selbstbestimmung, which is a very beautiful word. It means the ability uh, to decide yourself, but it's like the ability to make yourself. And it's there are certain words in German that are very difficult to translate into English, but the German language has this really poetic way of sometimes hitting the nail on the head with one word that you need like 10 words in the English language for,
and that was my next question. Like, how did your struggles to break away influence your art with music? Like, how did did you use that to inspire you to break free of the norm?
Sometimes. Well, mostly like when I first ran away was just about survival, was because I only knew cult songs back in the day, and those are not songs that you want to sing for normal people as a 15-year-old, because I want to make love to Jesus, and Jesus, you are my rapture, my savior, my whatever. It's just like, no.
Yeah.
So I back then we didn't have the internet, so either you learned songs off other street musicians, or you went into a music store for a lot of money and you bought yourself like a songbook of Bob Dylan or Cat Stevens or whatever, and you spent a lot of money on that, right? Or the other variation was you trained your ear and you listened to the radio, and then when the song would come on and be like, oh yeah, I want to learn that song, then you quickly grab out your pen and paper that you always had with you, and then you try to write down the lyrics as best as you can and listen with the guitar and be like, is that a D? What's that? Is that an A minor? And and trying to figure it out. And that again revolves me to why AI is so fucking fucked up. Because if somebody who says, oh yeah, but AI also just learned of other musicians, and all musicians learn of other musicians, and all musicians copy other musicians. Yes, very important difference though. If I want to copy another musician, I actually have to have the ear, the skill to understand what key is it in, what what timing it's in, what the chord structure is. I need to also understand what the lyrics are, and. So it's actually there's a lot of skill in the background there, But getting back to being living on the street. So yeah, so you try to pick up these songs. You then have the guitar, be like, okay, so what is that? It's a A minor. It's an F. And then maybe after hearing the song like a bunch of times, you'd be like, okay, I think I know it enough. I'll go play it on the street. And I actually have a funny story. I was busking and I played the song called "Year of the Cat," which is like this, right? And it's I don't know if you all Year of the Cat. It's a classic. Anyway, and this British dude came up to me and he was like, put his hand on my guitar very gently, and he's like, "Will you please stop playing that, good sir? You are insulting the good man." Because apparently I had the lyrics so wrong. Because I just wrote down what I heard from the radio. And he's like, no, that's not all what it's like. So there's like, so you know the lyrics of Year of the Cat. It's like, of course I bloody do. So I gave him my power. It was like, will you write out the real lyrics for me, please? And he's like, I would be delighted, but don't you ever butcher that song again. That song is a masterpiece.
But that's what
Oh,
you just said. AI will never mimic that encounter you had that day. AI will never have the heart to do that.
Yeah,
It's
exactly. Now you can just
human connection.
now you could just put you could play Year of the Cat to Suno, and then Suno will pump out some garbage that sounds exactly like that.
But it's missing that human
Yeah.
connection. It's missing that soul where music is supposed to be from.
Yeah. I had a really fun idea for you guys. I mean, I'm doing this on my channel, but you guys can steal the idea. I don't give a fuck. I'm sure other people are doing that too. Basically, like just give ChatGPT really rubbish prompts and then tell it to write a poem with it. But like then replace every third word with cat, or make a poem about,
I got you.
doggies and sparkly poo, or just go crazy with it.
All right, I got one for you. You ready?
All
You
right.
said every third word we're going to replace with what?
I don't know.
Unicorn.
Unicorn. There you go.
Beneath the unicorn of midnight's unicorn, the old unicorn hums a ghostly unicorn of shadows born from unicorn's flames that flicker soft but speak no unicorn name. The forest unicorn, it branches unicorn, where secrets unicorn, never unicorn. Okay, that was dramatic. Okay, so beneath the hush let me start over. So beneath the hush of unicorns fail, the old wind hums a unicorn's tale of shadows born from unicorn's flame. The flicker soft but speaks no name. The forest unicorn, it branches free, where unicorns buried never sleep. It's kind of creepy.
That is.
There's a lot more, but I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
go on.
ChatGPT really hallucinates. I swear to God. I want to show you guys one that I read on my last video, but I'm not going to show you the whole thing. Just
Yeah.
just a little. Okay. I told the AI, write me a metal song about killing my enemies. And then it wrote me back, I can write you an intense metal song that channels rage and revenge, but I won't create content that actually encourages real world violence, which is like,
But,
dude. Okay.
yeah, bro.
So Ravens of Riven Throat. Ravens of Riven Throat. Black banners tear the sky. I hear the falsehoods crawl. Iron lashes on my back from shadows in the hall. Those are some very angry shadows. You smiled with poisoned teeth. You fed me rust and blame. Teeth can never be poisoned. They can be venomous, but not... anyway. Now I forged a midnight blade and call the thunder's name. And it just goes on. It's just so bad. But my favorite is somewhere here... there is something about throat. I can't find it just right now, but right here. Strike the iron bell, now breaks the sleep of liars. Strike the caverns down beneath my raging fire. No mercy in the furnace, no mercy in the throat. What is ChatGPT throating there?
Hold on, my mind went to it.
Yeah, I knew that. I was waiting for that. I was watching her. I was watching her face that whole time.
Okay, but to be fair, I'm like the perv of the group. You can't leave me an opening for that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, our lives are so much worse, y'all. Like, it's like you can't edit a live. Like, it's all there.
Yeah, believe me.
I'm actually right now on my best behavior, believe it or not. When I make my videos on my channel, I cuss and I insult. And
I was like, is he gonna cuss a lot this time? Are we gonna have to like? Are you gonna hear like, yeah, yo, that beepity beep beep beep? And then I saw a beep beep beep. I was like kind of wondering about that, but I was like, I'm not going to tell a grown man he cannot cuss.
Okay, anyway, so at the end of all of this, it asked me, do you want this tuned to a specific metal subgenre? I can adjust tempo, blah, 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 blah. And then I wrote back, no, I just use your text to show my audience why ChatGPT's understanding of poetry, I was being polite here, is very different from how an actual human author and songwriter would actually write. And this is why the AI-generated lyrics and pseudo music is so ironically funny, as well as it being just morally wrong and lazy. Now, please write me a nice title and blurb for this video where I read your above lyrics.
Oh my, what did it say?
And then, yes, and then it said, here are several title and blurb options you can pick from, all honest, sharp, sarcastic, and perfect for calling out AI-generated lyrics while keeping it entertaining for your audience.
Wow.
ChatGPT wrote a metal song, and I read it, so you don't have to.
Can you all imagine back
Okay,
in
that
the
was pretty
day
good though.
if like Jim Morrison or any of them guys would have used this stuff? Could you imagine what our songs would have been like back then?
Terrible.
Seriously?
Well,
Hated music.
what broke my heart a little bit is my daughter came in today into my studio to ask me something, and she saw I had like a text open on Word, and I was working on a new song, and she was like, Daddy, you write so many songs so fast. Like, do you use ChatGPT to write the songs? I was like, well, okay, I do use ChatGPT, but here's the very important difference. I use it as an assistant in my writing. Like before, I would have maybe 5 or 6 tabs open, one a thesaurus. I would have a dictionary open. I would have a synonym tab open. I would have an antonym tab open, and maybe I'd have Wikipedia open if I'm writing a song about a specific subject, right? So nowadays with ChatGPT, what I can do is like, look, I need 10 synonyms for this. I need 50 words that rhyme with this up to, let's say, 4 syllables, and it speeds up my writing process. And then just to prove my point, she's like, oh, but then you could just also tell ChatGPT, oh, I want a song, just write me a song and it'll make you a song, then why bother? So then just to prove to her that that's not the case, I typed that prompt, and I was like, yeah, because my daughter loves metal. So it's like, okay, write me a song about killing my enemies. And she doesn't even really speak English very well, but it was obvious even to her that that was just not.
Yeah.
So basically, it could be used as a tool, but not all together as the soul of the song. Basically,
Precisely.
Yeah. Like,
And as a tool, it's amazing. I use ChatGPT all the time, every day. I research with it, I do everything, but you have to really take it with a grain of salt, because everything that ChatGPT gives you as information is hallucinated off somewhere in that weird brain of its, and some of the times it's okay, it's maybe kind of right, but you should always then check with actual websites and actual, third-party sources. And people who just like now rely on ChatGPT and Suno, it's just like, well, why don't you like just open up your skull, take the brain out, put it next to you on the table, close it back up again, and
pretty much. I'm trying to think of the movie that people were walking around in like meat suits and sitting at home and using AI to do their lives. I'm trying to think of that stupid movie. It's been a while.
you're not talking about Wally, but they didn't have
No,
meat suits.
no, this is like with Bruce Willis.
He's
It wasn't Fifth Element, but that's what it reminds me of when everybody talks about all the AI. I'm like, y'all
Yeah.
missed the Terminator. Did you miss this
Mhm.
stuff? I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I'm an 80s baby.
me too, through and through. I actually got onto the whole scene late because in the cult that I grew up in, we weren't allowed TV, no radio, whatever. Like in the Amish cult, basically, we were only allowed like pre-approved stuff. So like all our music came from within the cult, all our films came from within the cult, or those like very choice selected movies, like maybe Jesus of Nazareth or King of Kings or Ben-Hur, we were allowed to watch, like the religious stuff. And actually, that was funny. Any of you remember that stupid series called Highway to Heaven?
Yeah.
With
Michael Landon.
Michael, yeah, I
Mhm.
remember. I
Okay.
actually had to watch that growing up.
Right, and we had to watch that religiously. And here's the funniest thing: our cult leader Moses David wrote. He was gushing over Michael Landon. Oh, he's such a spiritual man. He's so wonderful, everything like that. And then he found out after he died that Michael Landon was a devout atheist that chain smoked and died of cancer. And I
Yeah.
was like,
See,
Oh.
I was lucky. I was so lucky that on my dad's side, my great grandmother left that before I was even thought of. So I was never lived in it. I lived beside it, though. So I still got to witness it, being neighbors with a lot of them. And everybody's like, it's not a cult. Yes, it is. When you're told what to wear, what to do, who to talk to, that's a cult. That like,
yeah,
and you're under that one umbrella of a religion. It don't matter
absolutely.
what the religion is, still
Yeah.
to me. And everybody's like, you're wrong. I'm like, whatever. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad my great grandmother got out when she did.
Absolutely, yeah. It's everything is gone on my side of the family because in the cult, they told you have to forsake all, you have to join Jesus, you have to give up all your worldly possessions, of course, because the cult leader wants it. So my grandparents actually disowned and disinherited my mother, so to prevent her from giving any of their life savings or selling the house or whatever after they died, so that she couldn't give it to the cult and whatever. But the thing is, because of all that that complete separation, also me getting separated from because I had left the cult. So then my grandparents shunned my mother for joining the cult, and then my parents shunned me for leaving the cult. So basically, yeah, my children never met my parents. Also because my parents are pedophiles. I don't know if I can say this on your show, but I was sexually abused as a child. So yeah, just like there was just this complete break, and that's also part of the reason why I buy all these guitars and everything like that, is because at some point when I'm dead, then my kids have like something that they can inherit, or just some, like they have like a new family history kind of that they can start, that I'm starting again now. But like all the stuff from my great grandparents, from my grandparents, all of that is just like it's gone.
I've seen shows about like people that have left the Amish culture
Yeah.
and then they start coming out about what has happened inside of why they left and stuff, and it's like
It's
a
scary,
lot of
right?
and yeah, because I'm like, a lot of people should have been arrested or like
But
looked into,
they
but
police their own communities. They
yeah,
police
Yeah.
themselves. And
and
we got to remember
nobody, yeah, and it's sad because I'm like, and
Yeah, but it's with all religions like that. Did you guys know that until 2010 or 9, it was legal in 35 states in the U.S. to marry a minor as an adult, as long as the parents signed it?
Yeah, I was married
Yeah.
at
All
16.
fucking Christians, sorry that I say this, but these fucking Christians that are supposed to be like, worshiping God and doing right by the community, they are marrying and forcing girls as young as 9, 10, 11 years old to consummate the marriage on their wedding night with people, with grown men of their community, like 40, 50, 60-year-old pastors, priests, community leaders. And then they turn around and then they say, oh, Prophet Muhammad was a pedophile and all Arabs should be thrown out of the US and Muslims are a scourge of the planet. And it's like, who's calling the potato here, people?
That's
Like, you
the
guys are
biggest
just as
question.
mentally ill and sick as whatever you're, accusing the other people of. I mean, that has nothing to do with like, whether I think Islam is good or Christianity is good. But you're both doing the same thing. You're both pointing the finger, saying, "Oh yeah, they're the enemy, and they're doing all these horrible things." It's like, but so are you. We're not talking just the Amish. We're talking Mormons. We're
Yep.
talking
Jehovah's
Pentecostals. We're talking
Witnesses.
Jehovah's Witnesses. They all do it, and then people still think somehow that this religion is okay. And it's just like, it's like, oh no, but it's just people abusing the Bible, or people not following Christ's example. And it's like, who needs Christ's example if that's what this shit leads to? Like, I haven't prayed to God in 30 years. I've been a nice dude. I've never robbed or killed anybody that I could help it, at least.
But it's also
I've never cheated or like hurt my children. I have 3 children. I've never hit them once, not one time.
it's also how people are interpreting the Bible too, or the other books. It's their interpretation. Instead of looking for the light in ourselves and outside, we're looking in a building and
Right.
under somebody else's word. And like I said, I've been reading the book of Ecnog, I can't say it right.
Agnostic.
No, the book of Ecnog
Oh,
from
like
Ethiopian.
the yeah,
Ethiopian.
the original.
And I'm more relating to that than anything I ever read before. It's how
Here's
we
the thing.
interpret stuff too.
Every book has common sense in it.
Yeah.
And then people turn around and take this common sense, what is common sense to any person with 2 brain cells, and they say, "Oh, you need this book to be a good person because of the
No.
common sense stuff that's written in it." And it's like, yeah, it's in Germany we say even pedophiles have friends, and even a broken clock is right twice a day. That's the whole point. That no matter
We can look
what
inside
fucked up
ourselves.
shit is in the rest of the book, everyone's going to always point to you. It's like, oh, but the Bible was written many thousands of years ago. What applies back then doesn't apply today. It's like, but it kind of does, because you're still using this book as your basically, you swear on a book. When you go to court, you swear on a book where God tells the Israelites to kill every man, woman, and child, ox, cattle, everything that breathes, and take every single child, female child, as a sex slave that hasn't been touched by a man yet. This is the book you're swearing on in court. But then you lock up somebody like Ed Gain for skinning 2 people and wearing their face as a dress. Like, your book that you swear on is full of this sick shit too.
Yeah, that's because the man got to it. Man just ruins everything.
Well, that's what I said. We
Yeah.
can get inland in ourselves. And a lot of people do that through art, through music, through poetry, through writings.
Yeah, I think the free world is always made up of a certain small population of every generation that just refuses to succumb to the status quo. And the witches that were burned at the stake, the scientists who were burned at the stake, the free press who still now to this day gets killed, executed, shot, beheaded in all corners of the world, dissidents who get butchered by Saudi Arabia's regime in some consul in Turkey. And you just, dissidents in Russia who get thrown out of windows or mysteriously crash in airplane accidents or drown in their bathtub. And the point is, we can't let fear hold on to us, because at the end of the day, if all of us stop being afraid, then at some point all of this will go away. But we have to collectively as a human race stop being afraid of these fucking people who wave the Bible angrily and wave the Quran angrily and wave angrily their weapons and their missiles of mass destruction and all of that, and tell all these motherfucking stupid little 5-year-old piss brain boys with their little penises to go and fuck themselves.
You're right. I agree.
It's childish, is what it is. No one needs billions of dollars. No one needs nuclear weapons. No one needs to tell women they can't have abortions, or no one needs to go kill somebody because they insulted the family honor and all of that. It's like, how is that honorable to go kill your own daughter, you kill your own sister because she quote is too Western, or she disavowed the family religion or the family way of life? That is literally the most dishonorable thing you can do. So you're just bringing shame on your own family by doing something like that. And that's just like, we have to stop being afraid of these people.
Yeah. Collectively.
Yeah, you should be able to say what you want, how you feel, without a million people coming out there to bash you or be ugly, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't there. If you really want to think about it, like, we weren't there. We weren't there in AD, or we weren't there when the original Bible was written. We can't hardly read the language that it's in. You know what I'm saying? So,
but getting back to the AI thing, it kind of correlates. We cannot use AI to generate our lives for us. If we're not living it and using our own experiences to do these things, how is our future generations going to know how we were even like?
Yeah,
AI is going to do the narrative for us.
precisely. And the whole reason why most men pick up a guitar and learn it is that they can go down to the beach or go down to the football field after practice or go down to the campfire and pick up a fucking chick. How the fuck are you going? I mean, like, you know how many women I've slept with in my life because of
Hey, time
guitar?
out. My
Oh,
daughter's boyfriend plays guitar. Let's not go there.
who cares? It's just everyone in this world has a penis or a vagina. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let's not think about this generation, but our generation, I mean, that was
Oh,
the
we
thing.
were bad. I'm not gonna lie. We stuck
Now
out.
this
We did some-
generation is
Let me just
like,
finish my point here quickly. Sorry, Don. How different would my life have been if I wasn't able to play guitar and I went with my laptop to a campfire and then gave headphones to some girl and be like, "Look, this is what I wrote for you on ChatGPT."
can you imagine? I'd be like, and those girls, I mean, I guess it's a hit or miss. Some of them are probably like, oh, that's so romantic. The unicorn, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, like that you.
I
Basically,
don't
you
know.
gotta
It's
get
a
out
shame.
and
Like I
live.
mean, like the whole point, like playing a guitar with a girl lying on your lap with her head pressed up against the guitar while you sing. How are you going to have that experience as a dude if everything is ChatGPT and
Yes.
no? It's just like
Hold on. Do you mind holding? Let me go get my laptop real quick. Hold on. Where's my phone? You know? Oh, can you pull up ChatGPT on your phone, babe? Like, oh my gosh.
and also like where's the improvisation? Like how many times that I I would impress a girl by writing the same bullshit lyrics and then just slightly rinse and repeat and changing them, of course. But
No.
the simple like oh, you're so beautiful. I feel inspired to write a new song, and then you take out your pen and you write the same like 4 or 5 lines that always gets chicks, and then you maybe change up the style a little bit, like oh, your eyes are made of stardust and your lips are soft as silk.
You
Blah
give
blah
it.
blah.
You give it
Oh
away.
my.
Men are gonna hate you for that. They're gonna be like, "You
All,
gave her a
all
secret."
your exes now are going to come back and be like, he wrote you the same lyrics?
Yeah, well, all those poor girls, and when they see this video, they're gonna be like, "I'm gonna kill that motherfucker."
Not today, babe. Like,
No, I'm in hiding.
I'm in hiding.
that's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think my wife has something to say now too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I'm pretty sure that. Yeah.
Actually, it was funny when I first met her. I didn't tell her I played guitar because I had this thing for a while where I wanted to meet women without them knowing that I was a singer or a musician, so that they would like kind of fall in love with me for me, because I had to
Yeah.
know that it wasn't because of my voice and my music. So I was going through that kind of phase when I met my wife, and then at some point I told her when she came over to my place, when she saw all the guitars and everything, was like, "Oh, you play guitar and you sing." I was like, "Well, you want me to sing a song for you?" And then I started playing like one of my more romantic songs, and then she's like, the first thing she asked me after I finished playing the song was like, "So how many times did that song get you laid?"
Oh, that's a good question.
But yeah, ChatGPT is basically robbing young men of their possibility to go out there and get some.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to say. So we're actually doing a disfavor to the continuation of the human race if we let ChatGPT and fucking Suno take over the music of our next generations.
Yes. I don't know.
What happened to your host?
She has the stomach flu right now, so she said BRB and
Oh, okay. Shall we take a break or something quickly?
yeah, I'll stop right now. Welcome
So
back.
did you guys use the idea I had about doing the spook stories all around the world? Or I mean, I was super busy, so I couldn't really...
Yeah, we did it, and we're gonna probably do like a second season of it.
Okay.
And I really thoroughly enjoyed it. We did start with in Afghanistan, which probably wasn't our like
I
best.
still love Afghanistan ghost stories though, with the tunnel
They,
and that.
yeah, see, that one was okay, but I felt like we could do it better because I noticed like a lot of our audience is from that area, and so
Yes.
we definitely want to go
Really?
back to that,
Okay.
and
We
then
have
we
How many?
so many.
What's your viewership like?
we have 12,000 something on YouTube,
Okay.
and then we have a little over 5,000 on TikTok, and then Spotify. Not that many; it's like 87. But I have learned over this year that that can be like a hit or miss. Like it takes time, so I'm trying to be patient with it.
Oh,
Uh,
absolutely.
and then now we just got RSS, and RSS put us on Apple. And
Okay.
so now that we got an Apple, I'm not sure what it looks like on the other end, but I know those views are going up having now Apple users.
Okay, that's cool.
And a radio show picked us up. Well,
Oh yeah,
podcast.
we have
Yeah.
Nighthawk Radio, or
Yeah,
you could say it like this: Nighthawk
not
Radio.
radio.
Oh, and
Oh, you guys need a new jingle?
iHeartRadio. Huh?
I said you guys need a new jingle then?
We always like a
We
new
do need to.
jingle.
Yeah.
I did one for host ghost stories. That's like a second little mini podcast for just ghost stories, nothing else. And that one is really good. People are really nice about sending in stories, and so I really like
I
that
have
one.
an idea for you guys.
Okay.
Because I have green screen and I have good special effects and I have a good film studio here. If you guys want, I could offer you this. Maybe like once a month, I could dress up as a ghost, make myself all translucent, and read you and have like a nice big book with some candles and read like a proper ghost story about whatever part of the world, being all translucent and ghosty and stuff, and with my feet floating off the ground and some floating candles around
That'd be
and the green
cool.
screen and with the moon like on the Rock the Attic show. And then you can cut that in as your ghost story of the evening, and then afterwards you can do banter about it as an idea.
I like it.
I
I'm
like
totally.
it. I like.
I love the Ghost in the Attic.
Because
That
that would
one's
be
pretty
quite
good.
easy for me to do. It would, like if it's like if it's a 10-minute read, and then I can just put like some white makeup on and then make myself translucent or whatever.
We
And
can.
you guys could just tell me. I found a really ridiculous outfit. I don't know if can I share screen with you guys?
Yeah. I don't know. Let me see if I can
Uh,
somehow get you to.
A share screen should be on the bottom, but you would have to probably send it to LD and she can share it.
yes, I'm checking right now. So I did I made this extremely goofy. I made this extremely goofy. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll send you the picture per messenger, and then you can just share it yourself. It's some very funny pictures. I bought these costumes on Temu.
Oh, I love the costumes. I have a whole big like that's my thing is like Ren Fair costumes and Greek goddess costumes and fairy costumes. I'm a freak for some costumes. Not to be dramatic.
Let me
I'm
see.
I'm gonna pause it right here. Okay.
For doing the Rock the Attic show, but it's extremely outrageous, so it's very funny.
Mhm.
So maybe I can use that for your guys's for this ghost, because I do want to do some more filming and stuff like that too. So yeah, let
Okay.
me see. Okay, so here's my outrageous costume. Ready to laugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you guys can basically just like brainstorm some ideas, like what story do you want me to do? What the background should be? Because actually, if you see behind here, all of that I can green screen out.
Yeah. I love this. We got some more here.
So silly. Yeah.
I like those shoes.
I was gonna say
Oh
there.
yeah.
I like that.
You
my
can
wife
like
was like,
see
she was
your
like, "Oh
face
my
in
god,
them.
can you buy me some as well?"
Here we
Uh,
go. Oh, that's awesome. But he's got the whole thing, and then hold on, let me this one.
yeah. Anyway, so if yeah, just like I said, I can make the whole background. I don't know where you see the chandelier there in the back where the light is. There's a curtain rod that goes across the whole thing, and I have green screen cloth that covers the whole thing and also the floor.
Mhm.
So I can completely green screen out everything, and because I have super good lighting, I can really chroma key it super good.
Yeah.
So it'll work. It'll work great. And then yeah, you guys just need to tell me you want me to be in a cave or want me to be in some marsh field with whatever. I'm good at digital editing, so I can make anything happen in 4K. I film
Nice.
with iPhone 15 Pro Max.
Mhm. We should do
So
it. We could start it like with the new year or like December. We could, happy holidays, new year, new ghost or
yes,
something.
yeah, sure. Just
New
like I said,
year, new ghost.
I can read you guys the story, and then you can air it, and then if the show takes off, then we can talk financials whenever.
Yeah.
For me, it's more about the art than the money. If it was about the money, I would have sold all of this a long time ago and gone back to work at the old folks home.
Yeah. I understand.
Yes.
But
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how much what an expensive. I
sorry.
got this guitar for $100 on Ricardo, and you see it has a big crack down the back, but it doesn't really matter. But what's interesting about this guitar is this is a classical guitar, but it has the structure and the same dimensions as a Western guitar. So that means you have the softest nylon sound. But as somebody who plays Western guitar, for example, normally on a classical guitar, the 12th fret is up here on the body. I'll show you the difference. Like this is a typical classical guitar, right? So the 12th fret is here on the body. You can see probably the neck is quite a bit fatter, and the neck is also shorter in comparison, right? So you have these two extra fret here, and you have the cutaway as well. And the neck is also like you can see rather thinner. So for somebody who plays a lot of electric guitar or Western guitar, having a classical guitar like this is an incredible rare find. You almost never find. This is probably somebody probably had this custom made by hand. This is a luthier built guitar with all solid woods. Um, Probably about 40 years old. All mother of pearl inlays here. Also mother of pearl inlay here. And probably whoever commissioned this guitar probably paid a couple $1,000s for it. So even with a cracked back, to get it for 99 Swiss francs at some Ricardo sale was wow. Yeah, and it sounds nice too. Anyway, so uh, people sometimes tell me it's like, oh, you should do a video where you like you take every guitar and play it and show it. Like, yeah. But then I'd be here all day.
um,
But
well,
oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. I
No,
was
go
gonna
ahead.
say I hope y'all had fun tonight. We definitely got to get together again, but we're gonna wrap it up because we're coming up to an hour long. And thank you so much, Phil, for sharing about AI, your experiences, and how your
Mhm.
art, you bring it to life. And anything else, guys? I'm sorry, I'm like holding back.
Stay spooky, bitches.
Stay spooky, yeah.
And blessed be. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.